All right, guys, what's up? Let's take a look at Arrakis here. Maybe you were considering buying this thing. Well, check me out first. I'm going to just tell you guys my unfettered opinion here. We're just going to get right into it. Arrakis. Now, we can split hairs about the presentation. It's whether you like the gold thing or not. I don't like the fingerprints on it. It looks like it's high quality, but my sticker's coming off. The box that it comes in has like a light. I'll just show you really quick. To me, it's just like kind of over the top and unnecessary, but it's kind of cool. When you open it up, it's got a light, and then otherwise, I don't really care about it that much. Mine was broken. Someone before me, I think, like broke it or something. The light wasn't working, but I figured it out and I fixed it. Really don't care about this personally, but if you're looking for like a really cool presentation to like leave open with the light on, maybe this one's cool. The fragrance sits right in here, and it really does look pretty epic when you open it up. These retail for $5.50. Guys, no, don't do that. Don't spend $5.50 on this. I think that the price that this deserves to be at is around the $120 mark. This is named after not Dune. So Dune fanatics, this is not named after Dune. This is named after a star system or some kind of constellation. Something in Latin on top. Something like, it says like something around the sun. I don't know. But anyway, Arrakis, nothing to do with Dune. Maybe he named it that so he doesn't get sued or something, but whatever. Beyond that, you're probably wondering what this smells like. This smells like red tobacco. It smells like red tobacco intense. It smells like Carlisle. It smells like Angel's Share. It smells like a lot of these fragrances in this profile. So what sets it apart? And I would say what sets it apart is the juice. It does have a very good composition. The composition is really threading the needle for me. It's got a good presentation of this genre. There is a lot of competition in this thing genre. You guys definitely want to try all of these fragrances in this genre. The pseudo tobacco or gourmand thing. I think around $120, this is a superior choice. It's a really great choice to make. To try this thing, at least try it. Just get a sample of it. But be careful what you spend. I don't think it's worth any more than $150, $140. There are so many great fragrances at that price point, and many other things I would buy first before I bought something in this genre at that price point. That's why I don't like Carlisle. Personally, a lot of people do. That's why I don't care about a lot of the PDM stuff. I don't care about a lot of this genre in general. I do have a lot in my collection though, and we will talk about some of the alternatives and other things to consider before you buy this. First and foremost though, this smells like red tobacco's dry down without that heavy vanilla, without that opening, that harshness. If you guys have smelled that stuff, it's very, very uncanny how much this smells like that. Almost where I think that one of these had to have cloned each other or copied each other's homework in some way. It's uncanny, it's undeniable. If I created something and then you drop this, I would come after you and be like, yo, you copied my shit. Anyway, it's a good copy of it. This is a upgrade. It's an upgraded version of red tobacco, 100%, and it's sitting around a similar price point. It is worth the price difference for the quality here, unless you really like that more synthetic thing that red tobacco does. Unless you really like that more powerful synthetic thing. They're very similar, guys. Really, really similar stuff. Vanillic, spicy, cookie dry down. Really up in that ballpark. It's got this really nice freshness that makes it sort of more interesting. It kind of eases up on the sweetness in this genre, and it makes that fresh spiciness more in the foreground. The sprayer's not really that great, guys. I'm not really too into it. It's like a C-tier sprayer at best. Smells really mass appealing. Really, really good. The spiciness is distinct. It's very fine smelling. It doesn't have that heavy, coarse smell that a lot of more synthetic fragrances do. It really did a good job putting this together. I have to commend its smell quality for this genre. There's a lot in this genre that just, they get really drippy, really sticky, kind of overly done. This thing, I think, balanced it on the razor's edge very nicely. But what you get is sort of like chai spices with like this gingerbread cookie, and then they promise tobacco, but I don't really pick that up. I think the tobacco is more of a background coloring on top of this sweet bed of what could have been made into a vanillic cookie style. It's more of like this candle-like, cake-like thing, but they really dried it up with something. There's like some dry component to this that keeps it fresh spicy and doesn't really let it go super gourmand, although it is revolving around that. So you guys, there are a bunch of anchor points in the composition that I think are really well done. As you smell this, wear it, and investigate it, I feel like the anchor points in this are really, really well executed, and I can't really fault it for how good the actual mix down is, especially when you consider the alternatives and the competition that it has. Now, speaking of competition, there are cheap fragrances in this genre that are really, really good. I'm just going to give a couple of ideas to you. If you've smelled these, you're close. You're close. The quality is going to be different, definitely in the smell, but a lot of the same use cases, and you'll be shocked at how good some of these are. Definitely check these out too. Now, I'm going to talk about some cheap stuff, so don't get inflamed. I do love my niche, and I just really stick to that. I don't buy cheap stuff anymore, but some of the last ones I bought were actually still pretty good. This is the Quentin Biche one from Lattafa Teriyaki Intense. I get a very similar vibe to this, Angel's Share, Carlisle, all those fragrances in the air. I get the same sweet, cozy, spicy, upscale deal. It's really good. It's like 20, 30 bucks. I think it's worth that. This gets you really right in that ballpark. You get a lot of juice. It's up to you guys what you're looking for. Some of you guys watching this want a cheaper alternative. Well, here you go. It's not a clone of it at all. It's really not a clone, but it's so close. It's like its cousin, in my opinion. This one, though, I like it a lot. I mean, it's really, really nice. Spicy, kind of upscale, really creamy, buttery kind of style of mix on this. It's quite good smelling comparatively. It doesn't commit overly to any of that gaudy, sticky sweetness. It really skates away from that and still stays classy for a cheap fragrance, and I have to commend it. Another one that started me on this genre was Brooklyn Fragrance Lover by Alexandria. Still readily available. This is the old bottle, the old formula. It's the same exact thing. You're just changing it a bit. I think you guys would be shocked by how good this stuff smells. It's just an alternative for the guys looking for some cheaper representations of this in the genre. Go ahead and sample all of them. Sample the Tiziana Terrenzi, sample Carlisle. Go ahead and do that and report back to me. You guys will probably split hairs with some of the smell of the quality in the air, but man, if someone walked past me with any of these on, I wouldn't really be able to tell them, oh, that was $20, that was $120, that was $220. You can smell, it just smells like a similar family. All of these are very similar, but there's some that stick out. And here's two that I think really stand out as monoliths in the genre that you should definitely have for reference and definitely smell these. This is Chergui from Serge Lutens. Yeah, you probably knew I was going to bring this up. I love this fragrance. A lot of people do too. It's sort of underrated these days. I know the niche guys still talk about it, but on the mainstream, it's really blanked. It's not out there in the mainstream. Chergui's amazing. This one, though, it really, really transcends the genre, does its own thing, makes it more mass appealing, but in a, I don't know, grown-up way. It's not mature, but it's in more of a grown-up way. Think a better version of like Dolce & Gabbana's The One. If you guys like The One, go in this direction. Now, none of these offer that tobacco that I keep hearing promised. None of these do the tobacco thing. This is more of a spicy, ambery, masculine fragrance with a lot of freshness and sweetness built in. Christopher Sheldrake, ridiculous perfumer, awesome stuff. Definitely looking forward to seeing you guys in the comments talk about Chergui with me. I love this thing, and I think as the genre goes, it's a staple. It's one of the ones you should have for reference because it doesn't overdo it in any way. It's really, really easy to wear. Really perfect fragrance, honestly, in my opinion. 10 out of 10, easily done for me. But these fragrances all promise tobacco and spices and all this stuff, and you don't really get, I don't know, a cigar, like a tobacco really forward smell. And I think for reference purposes, you should have Tobacco Vanille, at least a decant of it somewhere in your collection. You get the most cigar forward, like honey rolled vanilla, French vanilla dipped, fruity cigar smell here. Beautiful stuff here, but tobacco centric. It delivers on the promise the most out of all this genre. And I think before you go ahead and just commit to one of them, i.e. Arrakis, please go ahead and explore the genre in the way that I just suggested. I think that it's worth going into this because you might find something more for you than what you previously thought. Just to generate some ideas, just to generate some investigation from you guys, I like to put forth some other ideas for you. And Tobacco Vanille, if you've smelled it, this one delivers the most on tobacco out of all of it. So if you're really looking for that cigar type of smell, Tobacco Vanille is really the one. That's like the backbone of the genre, in my opinion. Now, if you want to go super sweet and carried away and just get carried away, you could go with something like Eye of Seven Hills. This is obviously a clone of Initio's Side Effect. Like, you get that 100%, but it's an upgrade, in my opinion. It's a better version of it. It's got more going on. I love it. It's really, really good. Red berry style of sweetness with some saffron stuff, some metallic Middle Eastern spicy, but super super loud. Like, this is really loud stuff, super sweet stuff, very red smelling. Awesome flavor on this. I mean, this is like drippy goldenness. This is super, super sweet and loud and more unisex than any of them, but you do get a boozy rum component or a cognac component, and it's got this red fruit kind of twist on it that's very, very beautiful and fun to wear. This one for me is a forever fragrance. In the genre, it's probably the loudest I'd like to go. It's the most sweet, the most high frequency smelling of all of these that I like to go, but it avoids giving you an overt vanilla experience, which I am averse to. So definitely sample Eye of Seven Hills for the more sweet stuff. Now, to go full circle and go back to the original, I think this lies right in the middle of that entire spectrum, from sweetness and fun to seriousness and freshness. I think this is right in the middle. For quality too, it's above average on the quality in this genre as it goes. It has a fresh, spicy, open air kind of mass appeal with this dry layer. It has this sweet stuff that keeps you interested, but it has this distinct spicy cinnamon style, chai style of spiciness. A little bit of that saffron texture to it too, that metallic sort of pink metallic kind of saffron texture. I really like this a lot. But for me, it's not a forever fragrance. For you guys though, hopefully I generate a lot of ideas for you so you can find the one that's really built for you. If you want a quality one that's right middle of the road with like price, I guess, price per quality per ml, I think this is a good standard for sure. If you liked red tobacco, but it was just too much, this is an obvious upgrade. It takes red tobacco and it just upgrades it 100%, a 200% upgrade. Way better quality, way better mix down, way more thoughtful, way more rounded. I like it a lot. Easy to wear, very easy to wear. I mean, for me, it's less obnoxious than something like Angel's Share, which a lot of people love, or any of its flankers or any of its clones. Right there, though, in the similar category. Overall, I give this an 8 out of 10. It's really, really solid, and that is the number one kind of takeaway for me. This is a solid, solid fragrance. It could be better in a different bottle, maybe priced down, not $5.50. I just think that that's preposterous. Anyway, guys, hopefully this helped you guys. It was give you a little bit of an idea on what you're dealing with a fragrance like this. It's very easy to wear, though, and I have to recommend it for sure to be sampled. Don't blind buy it. Definitely check it out, though. Hopefully this helped you guys, gave you some ideas, and let's talk in the comments how this goes for you. If you haven't hit subscribe, definitely hit me up with a subscribe. It's not a big commitment, and I put out a lot of informational, helpful videos sharing my experience, but also trying to provide some value. I'll see you guys in the comments. Peace.